At the World's End, an original story by Barry underscore. Now here's a quick disclaimer before I begin. This is not a finished product, obviously. There's obviously going to be like changes to it. And another thing is, I obviously do not give anyone permission to re-upload this video or steal my work in any way, shape, or possible. This is basically now my only main source of way to post updates, I guess, because I don't want to post it on like Discord, any social media, and like want someone to like steal it, and then they get famous off of it, and I just get like with nothing. So yeah. Anyways, at the world's end, chapter 1. It was a rainy day on a gloomy Chicago morning, where there were no sounds of birds, no people, or the sounds of cars filling up the air. The city is in rumble, all ash and dust, no longer the Chicago I used to know and love. Well, this is life now. A struggle to find loved ones, food, water, a place to rest, weapons to fight back against those alien zombies and even demons, and God knows what else is out there. I have my baseball bat covered in nails for extra damage. I also carried a Glock 17 and 817 Remington shotgun. I had enough ammo, water, and some food, so just a quick scavenge for more food and water for the group back at base. I saw a zombie ahead, just a singular one by itself, which is kind of strange since I always see them in groups. It was a male zombie, about the same height as me. I'm 5'9". Its skin was all gray, with black-red eyes, with no pupils, and blood coming out of its ears and mouth. He has rotten black teeth, and dead skin, peeling off, exposing its black reddish muscle. He was a zombie like no other. I always see them. The zombie sees me with its dead eyes and growls and runs towards me. Chapter 2. I raise my bat ready to strike. This man really thinks he can eat me. It's sad to see that once humans who had lives and dreams become this monster who endlessly craves the flesh of organisms. I always felt bad for killing zombies, but I must do that to survive in this cruel world. Morals are gone, thrown out the window and buried deep. It's all about survival. We all know life will never be the same ever again. The zombie stretches out its arms and goddamn leaps forward while screaming loudly like there's no tomorrow. I swing full force and hit him square in the head. The side of the head just pops like a balloon with brain chunks and blood flying out. His body falls limp to the left of him in the ground, motionless. Chapter 3. I felt emotionless. I know I've been dealing this for months now, but killing that zombie made me feel empty. These zombies were once humans. Humans with lives, dreams, goals, families, or friends if they had any. It's not their fault they became these monsters with endless rage and violence inside of them. I walked past his dead body, feeling regretful, but knowing I did the right thing by putting him out of his misery. It was a light drizzle outside now, and I walked past his dead body, promising I'll give him a burial later. Stumbled onto a Walgreens with a parking lot of cars left behind and some crashed after the sign on the pole knocked over and smashed against the car hood. I walked near the sliding door and strangely enough, the glass in the frames are gone, as if they were bashed open, and some blood on the leftover frames and the walls inside of it. I walked in, but on high alert. Who knows what might be inside of them? I hear a tiny wheeze and a pant. I knew it wasn't a zombie. Zombies groan and even repeat words, which me and the other back in base would assume would be the last words before they had died, which is pretty creepy. I threw a glow stick to see if it hits the side of a wall or shelf or something. I hear the wheeze and a hiss. That is definitely not a zombie for sure. All of a sudden, this beast comes at me at full speed. Chapter 4. I don't know what it was. It's nothing I had seen before. Ken had encountered this before, when he was running away when downtown got attacked. Oh yeah, I forgot to say who Ken was. Ken is a survivor back at the base, who was one of the few who formed the base, so like a founder basically. 6'2", blonde hair, had a good strength, but lacked speed, and is a cool. And overall, he is a cool dude. This alien looked about 7 feet long and maybe 3.5 feet tall, and a perfectly aligned spikes running down the back of its neck all the way down to the tail. The tail had a small small light club with spikes all over it. It also had two small but sort of long claws between its legs. It jumps at me and turns its body to swing its tail, but I swing my back to block it. It sends the creature spinning in a funny 360 and falls to the ground, but it catches its fall with its legs. The whole store had a green glow, so I couldn't tell what colors or patterns it had on its body. The creature snarled at me, and had two pairs of light green eyes. I rushed over and swung downward to smash its head open, but the damn thing jumped up faster than the speed of light and knocked the bat out of my hands by swinging its tail. "Shit!" I exclaimed, and ran down the shelves. I took a quick glance and saw the thing running at me, making hissing and growling sounds. I hopped over and knocked some shelves down in order to block the creature's path, but it slid and jumped over everything. I run faster and run down an aisle, where it's like a refrigerator section. It starts catching up. I think quickly and open refrigerator door really fast, and the creature crashes against it and falls backwards. I pull my Glock 19 and cock it, turn out safely quicker than the eye, and shoot it 7 times in the chest. It gets back up and charges at me again. I land 3 more shots, but it doesn't back down. Back on my feet I go. I run around the whole store and shoot two more shots. All of them miss. All of them miss. I don't have the best aim, but I don't want to have any. I don't want to use any ammo for my shotgun. I slide and grab my bat on the ground and pretend to fall over as the thing zooms in on me. I turn around and swing the hardest. I charge and hit against the upper chest area, and it goes flying and crashes in the cashier counter area. I lean over the counter and blow the rest of the load into its head, finally killing it, with a purple-green blood forms. Chapter 5. I breathed a sigh of relief that the creature was dead. I decided to name those things strikers, for now, due to them using their clubs to attack. I searched through the whole Walgreens and got every canned food and water bottle and Gatorade and Powerade I found. I'll come back later to get more. I stuffed them all into my bag and hurry over to the drug section and just take everything I see. I will come back and clear this whole place. I'm surprised that it hasn't been raided yet. I also get batteries and matches too. I go outside and see a Shanghai J-11 getting chased and shot by an F-22, making the sounds of burt, 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 and missile sounds also filling up the air. Ah yes, how can I forget? The US supposedly opened the portals. They apparently put the blame on Russia and China, so now NATO is at war with Russia and China, as if our world wasn't in hell enough. The US denies it and opens the portals, which, okay, could be true. Maybe some astronomical shit went down, but wasn't man-made. But why would the US accuse China and Russia and teaming up and open the portals? It doesn't make sense. And now World War III has started, with war happening in the upper Northwest America, Asia, Oceania, and the Middle East, and some parts of Europe. I take out my water bottle to prepare to take a drink, while sitting on the curb seeing the fighter jets chase each other. What a great Monday! I happily exclaimed to myself, while the Xinjiang catches on fire, does a barrel roll into the buildings, and crashes and explodes into a fireball with a large boom.